Hate me, Cam. I don't hate you. Well, I have good reason to hate you, not just the blatant racism in your other songs, but the accuracy in them is... Can I explain it to you? You're known for your historical songs, and yes, they are bops, but just let me use the Battle of New Orleans as an example. Let's go over the accuracy of this. To start with, let's start by discussing the original history of the Battle of New Orleans. That being the last major battle of what we call here in the States, the War of 1812. However, it wasn't the last battle of the War of 1812. It was a battle that in fact happened after the war had ended, being fought before the news of the Treaty of Ghent arrived. The battle occurred when British forces attempted to capture New Orleans to secure the Mississippi River. Unfortunately, future President Andrew Jackson was awaiting for them in strong defensive positions with about 4,000 U.S. forces. Also being aided by actual pirates under this guy Jean Lafitte. The British faced a massive defeat, and it was an incredible American propaganda win, which would later allow us to both pretend that we won the war, and Andrew Jackson to pretend he won it. Hey y'all, post-editing Caleb, I'm going to add this in because I don't know why I didn't talk about Jean Lafitte more. Probably because I want to make an entire video on him, but he was a wild guy. He'd start his own colony, just like his own colony on the island of Galveston, which is the island I currently live on. Yeah. And he'd run into some shenanigans. The U.S. Navy would blow up his house. Then people would claim that his house is in a certain place where it's not. We don't really know where his house is. And he may or may not have lived to be like 100. He kind of disappeared. And usually in history that means they get away. A lot of people claimed that he was still alive and to be him. But that's another business, and I would love to make a video on that. Now, the original song was written in 1936 by Mr. Jimmy Driftwood, which is the most 1930s folk singer name I could think of. The origin of the melody originates from the fiddle song 8th of January, a title which refers to the date of the battle. However, in 1959, Johnny Horton would record his version in the Bradley Studio in Nashville, Tennessee, ranking number 1 on the Billboard Top 100 in 1959. Later, the Western Writers of America would rank it under the 100 best Western songs ever written, even though it is debatably Eastern. Now, the chorus is not detailed in the slightest and is vague as all get out. And hell, I think that actually helps, so let's just move past it. Now, the only thing I mentioned in the next verse was that they stood behind their cotton bills and didn't say a thing. Hell, that's a good deep cut. The climate around New Orleans was perfect for cotton farming, as well as having plenty of water, which was essential for cotton farming. New Orleans was the perfect location to pump out cotton to the rest of the nation, as well as overseas. Also, having a big port makes it pretty easy to get some unpaid friends. Yeah, it was not a very pretty time in American history. Now, if we are being truly pedantic, and I think that's my little specialty here, the nickname Old Hickory wasn't popular around the time of the battle. It then discusses the close-range combat the British were forced into by the American Army. There isn't much else to discuss in the way of accuracy, but I just want to emphasize how much I love the alligator verse. Now, there's absolutely no accuracy at all in that, but let there be some fun and whimsy. It's a really fun line, and we are allowed nice things. Let us have fun lines and songs. When was the last time Ariana Grande talked about shoving artillery down like a giraffe and firing that off? Let there be some whimsy and fun in our songs. Thank you all for watching. Have a good new year, and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. If this goes over well enough, I will finish the Holy Trinity and we will cover the accuracy of Johnny Horton's John Paul Jones. Let me know in the comments what you might want to see next. I like the Longest John's one better. Alright, this is another post-editing note. I just wanted to say, I've not been, taking tabs on the videos, how they do, before I start scripting the next one. I guarantee you at some point, the final Johnny Horton video will come out, whether this video goes good or not, but I really, really hope you'll stick around just to see how it turns out. Once again, thank you for watching. This is just kind of a little hobby for me right now. I'm working through college, but if you enjoy it, I will start putting in a lot more focus on this. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by 2027. So let's go. In 1914, we took a little trip along. Messed it up already.